gentlemen, welcome back to another very special, as always, episode of the Hyperconscious Podcast. We hope you enjoyed our latest episode where we were lucky enough to sit down and talk all about social anxiety with the one and only Mark Metry. Today, for episode number 291, we are going to do a 5-minute clinic on what?
Measuring progress.
Measuring progress. Before we do, feel free to head over to hyperconsciouspodcast.com, click join #HyperConsciousNation. You'll be entered into our private Facebook group where those of you in it saw me live at our venue when we were in between speakers and I was talking to you guys. A great group of like-minded individuals, and if you can't make it to our speeches because you're on the other side of the country or the world, it's a great place to meet people.
Great pauses in between.
Thanks, man.
Also, if something in this episode resonates really strongly with you, please share it on the gram.
Yes.
And tag myself and or Kevin, mostly me.
A Lazarus 88, and if you want the jacked one, Never Quit Kid.
At
Never Quit
Kid.
They know.
I know.
On the Instagram machine. Okay, so we have a giant timer behind the camera. It says 3 minutes and 50 seconds. We are going to keep this to 5 minutes because we are very busy today and we respect your time. So, measuring, what is it, progress?
Oh, yeah.
Measuring progress. Alan and I always say that we are going to clue you guys into what we're doing and what's working for us and what's not working for us. So Alan, I don't know how many weeks ago, said, hey, Emilia and I are doing weekly check-ins on Sunday where we sit down, we rate each other on the 6 basic human needs. Tony Robbins has them. So we have certainty, variety, love and connection, significance, growth, and contribution.
Strong work.
Impressive.
Strong work.
Impressive. And they rate each other on a scale of 1 to 10 on how well they are meeting each other's needs throughout the week.
Exactly. I think first we should go through each need quickly, just so they
It's
know what
gotta
they
be-
are.
it's gotta be
I know.
quick.
So certainty/security.
Yes.
How certain are you about the relationship?
Yes.
Number 2, variety slash uncertainty, which
Yes.
is how much fun, unique experiences are you having together? How much variety is there
Yes.
sexually and otherwise?
Yes.
And then you've got significance, which
Yes.
is how significant and unique do you feel to each other? Then love and connection, how connected do you feel on a day-to-day basis? And then growth, how much are you learning and growing from one another and from what you're experiencing together? And then last but not least, how much do you feel like the other person is helping you contribute to the world through their work and you contribute to them?
Yes. Fire.
Cool.
Very good. So Alan told me about this, and I said something to Taryn about it. And the other day she said, hey, I would love to do those Sunday check-ins. So I'm like, hell yeah.
Cool.
Let's do that. Now, bear in mind, the first check-in was yesterday on Sunday, which was the day after our event.
Oh, yeah.
So I was burning down a little bit, but I actually felt really good. Now, you measure your bank account through your app. You measure your weight through the scale. What are you doing where you can get a score every single week on how you're doing in your relationship? Because I think so many of us fall into relationships by accident and they fail by accident. They don't really succeed by accident.
Right. It's really easy to fall in love. It's difficult to stay in love and to grow that over the long term.
I like that. So this is what Alan told me, and this is what Taryn and I did. I'll give you our example, and then Alan can give his quickly. So we sat down on the couch. We both took out notebooks, and we said, all right, let's do this. So we both took a couple minutes and just thought about it and rated each other on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being perfect.
Right.
Like, there were no 10s. I don't think there ever will be because I always want to be growing and evolving. But we have our own rating, like where 9 is, excellent, and we figured out what it means to us.
Right.
But we sat and took a couple minutes, and then we both wrote our answers down without the other ones knowing, and then we went over them together. I went
Fire.
first. I said, okay, this is what I give you in certainty,
And here's why.
and here's why.
Right.
Now, it gives you a great opportunity for you to kind of say the story I'm telling myself. We've talked about that before. You get to be vulnerable. Your partner gets to be vulnerable with you. They get to tell you what lights them up, what's been bringing them down, what you can do better, what you can do more of, and what you can do less of. And it's an absolute fire exercise.
So the last thing I want to say, and I agree. So we've been doing it ever since. Every week, other than the first week we met, we've never missed a check-in. So we actually had ours last night as well. We didn't get a chance to finish it. We're going to finish it tonight. But the point is this. The syntax of the needs are different, though. So, for example, we put them in order of most importance for each of us, and then we check in. So her questions to me start with significance first. What about this week in our relationship made you feel significant? She's love and connection first. So I ask her that one first because, remember, you have to understand what needs matter most to you so that you can prioritize those and so that you understand what's most important.
Yeah, and a good example of that is Taryn cares or focuses or enjoys or is cognizant and conscious of variety a lot more than I am.
Right.
So by default, I wouldn't be very, I wouldn't include a lot of variety normally.
Right.
Right. And knowing that she really, really values that always is a constant reminder of like, oh, okay, she values this, she values this, she values this. And
What's
you're
your
always,
high one?
my high one's certainty. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. And I think significance is up there too.
Yeah.
You know, feeling significant through your partner.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it gives you a great opportunity to tell them and express to them what actually makes you feel significant, what makes you feel certain, what is variety to you.
Right.
What is love? What is connection?
Rather than winging it and hoping it works.
It's an absolute game changer.
It really is.
What's the next
Proud
episode
of you,
we're
brother.
doing? Thank you.
I will look it up.
Yes.
Hold space.
Also, the event went absolutely fire. It was amazing. Brant Pinvidic he killed it. Mark Metry killed it. Everybody killed it. It was great. We are going to do a full Top Notch Live 2020 wrap-up on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe on Friday we will have better details for our next event in April.
Absolutely. Okay, so the next one was comfort zone expansion and retraction.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, this episode is going to be absolute fire. So just as a little bit of a teaser, just so you guys know what we're talking about, for me, I find that I'm way out of my comfort zone. I'm like in the anxiety zone for a long time. Then I go way back to comfort, but I skip the learning zone on both sides.
Interesting.
And we'll go through all of that. Maybe we can have a picture of Dave Meltzer's
the circles.
The circles. That way people know exactly what we're talking about. But
That would be fire,
if you are on the lower end of Drive to 5, and you're ambitious, this is going to be a fire episode for you. I guarantee it will be a game changer, and you will rethink everything you're doing.
Sounds good.
You dig it?
I do.
All right, we're going to get out of here. We hope you enjoy. Happy Monday. We will talk to you on Wednesday.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Weddingness Day.